The Amazon rainforest is the largest rainforest on the planet, thought to be one of the places with the most variety of life. Bigger than most countries and home to villages that have never had contact with the outside world. The trees are so thick that they block out light, and if it started to rain, it would take 10 minutes for the raindrops to get through the canopy above you before you got wet. But venture deep enough into the depths of these trees, and you might stumble onto something unexpected. Here are 5 cryptids of the Amazon rainforest. According to Brazilian legend, the man Bangari was once an Amazonian shaman who discovered the key to immortality thousands of years ago. He angered the gods and was severely punished as to his discovery, which forced him to be transformed into a wandering beast for the rest of his life. However, on the more realistic side, sightings showed the beast as a giant sloth, although few have shown it as an ape-like creature. Most cryptozoologists speculate that the Mapangari is either a large giant ground sloth from the Ice Age that lived in the area, or another species of giant sloth. Prehistoric giant sloths also lived in South America, where sightings have also been reported. The creature also supposedly has a horrid odor, but not as bad as something like the skunk ape. It is said to sometimes be a humanoid creature with a mouth in the middle of its stomach, but in the most bizarre descriptions, it's said to have one eye, long claws, caiman skin, backward feet, and a second mouth on its belly. If you've ever seen the movie Anaconda, this entry's for you. The reports of giant snakes is unnerving. From several different villages, sightings of massive snakes have been reported, some even including actual specimens being killed by gunfire. However, there's no concrete evidence of this. Reports average out to be about 40 meters long and 2 meters wide. And if that's not enough to make your skin crawl, it's said that these large snakes consume water to later shoot out of their mouths at speeds fast enough to incapacitate a fully grown man. Sightings of large snakes may or may not be linked to tales of colossal worm-like creatures with smooth black skin or scales called the minhoko. These creatures measure around the same size and are believed to live in dark, dank, subterranean lairs that they carve out themselves with their strong burrowing prowess. There's little evidence in fossil records, for the largest snake to have ever existed is only 13 meters long, but where it lurks in these jungles is completely unknown. Perhaps even more blood-curdling than the idea of giant snakes in the jungle is that of giant spiders. The Amazon has long produced reports of enormous arachnids shambling through the underbrush, claimed to have 4 to 6 foot leg spans, bodies the size of dogs, and to possess potent venom that can kill even large animals such as horses in short order. Local tribes claim that these spiders dwell in subterranean networks of tunnels which open up into trapdoors in the forest floor, from which they creep forth to prey on anything they can catch, including human beings. Villagers report strong and true. So frightened were the Pandari villagers of monster spiders that they had even designed their huts to have dense thatched roofs that came all the way to the ground in order to provide protection from the roving creatures. Although experts attempt to hunt down the fabled spiders, nothing dog-sized was found. However, the massive South American Goliath bird-eater spider was a foot long, or as I'd like to say, puppy-sized. Adding to the menagerie of strange beasts said to lurk in the Amazon jungles is what can only be described as full-blown living dinosaurs. From the most isolated areas of the Amazon have come sporadic reports of large, reptilian creatures said to resemble sauropod dinosaurs. Many sightings have been reported over the years, but as recently as 1995, some geology students in Sicora Mountains of eastern Brazil studying quartz deposits claimed to have seen 2 huge dinosaur-like beasts, which were described as being 30 feet long with massive bodies, 8-foot-long tails, and 6-foot-long necks topped by sauropod heads. The creatures were allegedly swimming about in the Paraguaca River, in a very remote area not usually visited by outsiders. Altunchi is an evil spirit that haunts the jungle and terrorizes people with an eerie whistling sound. Some say he's an amalgamation of all the souls that have perished in the rainforest, while other legends describe him as the ghost of a man who became lost and died in the jungle. Altunchi is angered by anyone who disrespects the natural environment. He is also drawn to people who respond to his whistle, but not doing so is easier said than it is done. The whistle gets increasingly louder and high-pitched, and listeners have an unbearable urge to mimic the tune. Those who do answer his call are sure to meet a hideous death. So there's 5 cryptids that could be lurking deep within the Amazon rainforest. Let me know which one creeped you out the most, and if you're enjoying my content, please subscribe. Thank you.